The monuments of ancient Rome were the venue for the 21st and final stage of the 107th Giro D'Italia. A passarella, as the Italians call it, a procession. An opportunity for the sprinters most probably to finish off this race. Jonathan Milan, the favourite, Tadej Pogačar, set to be crowned the winner of the Giro. 125 kilometres to take on then, out to the sea from the old eternal city. A turnaround at Ostia and back for local laps, taking in all of the great and glorious monuments. The Imperial Forum across and through Trastevere, Colosseum, Circus Maximus and all the rest. It was Pogus Maximus at the front, in pink, celebrating and winning. Tadej Pogačar alongside the winner of the Maglia Bianca, that was Antonio Tiberi. Pellizzari was wearing blue on behalf of Pogačar, and already mathematically safe in the Maglia Ciclamino, Jonathan Milan. One by one, teams came to the front who were successful and victorious to have their family photos, and there was even a moment to raise a glass or two to what their respective riders had done. The four jerseys together in ceremonial mode before things really got going along the sea. Got going a little early, maybe too early for the likes of the elder statesmen of the peloton. Things calmed down a little. Pogačar had a word and the riders were on their way back to town. A lovely moment then ensued, equaling a record for 18 starts at the Giro d'Italia. Domenico Pozzovivo was allowed his moment across the line at his final appearance at the race. And then the first attacks came. Martin Marcelluzzi was at the front, the only Roman rider on the start list, alongside Honoré Costiu and Boda, also a Giro debutant. Sprinters teams then controlled things. There was a bike change in cyclocross style for top crosser Tim Merlier, but there was a false start there. Thankfully, he was back on his bike and on the way, as it was hungry and thirsty work for Owen Costiu. Well, in this year's Italian gladiatorial arena, we have been entertained. And the Breakaway put on that entertainment before being consumed again by the peloton with one lap to go. So to it for the sprinters then. Bell ringing and a nervous moment for Milan. 8.5 kilometres remained and he looked out of the game as a mechanical problem forced a bike change. Would he get back on? 43 seconds off, 20 odd seconds off still with 5Ks to go, and rampaging through the cars, looking to get one final chance for what would be a fourth stage win. His team are doing a great job, bringing him back into position with 3.5 Ks to go. But at the front, Pogačar was playing teammate. He wanted his own sprinter, Molano, to get his chance. Lidl did take it up just over a kilometre in, but again it was messy, it was chaotic. A couple of turns onto the cobbles, and just as if he was at home in Nokere, Tim Merlier made his move. But the surroundings here were rather more grandiose. Merlier at the front, Milan trying to get around him, eventually coming back, but Merlier, the man across the line to level up the score in terms of sprint wins. 3-3 between Merlier and the main man, Milan. So much chaos. What else would you expect on Roman streets? And negotiated perfectly by Merlier. A second place for Milan on the day. A Ciclamino points jersey win for Tim Merlier, the man celebrating in Rome. And every generation has a hero. Not many have a legend. We can all say we watched Tadej Pogačar. Tim Merlier winning ahead of Milan Groves, Gaviria, Van Dijke and Aniolkowski. Soudal-QuickStep having a wonderful Giro. 4 stage wins for them, 3 to the man on your screen. And for Tadej Pogačar, a third Grand Tour victory, a first at the Giro, a pink party and a massive margin. Almost 10 minutes, with Dani Martinez finishing on the podium for a Grand Tour. Geraint Thomas up there for a 5th time and a 2nd successive year at the Giro. The Trofeo Senza Fine belonging to Tadej Pogačar. It's back-to-back for Slovenia at this race, and Jonathan Milan also going back-to-back. The first rider to take the Ciclamino 2 years running for almost a decade. Italian success cheered on well. Thankfully, he's been on the money throughout this. Not quite on the final podium, though. Tadej Pogačar was the best climber in the race. He won the King of the Mountains competition. Giulio Pellizzari impressing in second. Georg Steinhauser finishing third. As well as a pink podium, a blue podium for Pogačar. And the best young rider comes from Italy. Antonio Tiberi on Giro debut, impressing immensely, ahead of Tijmen Arensman, who finished at 1 minute 42. Decathlon Azure Desert won the team classification, and they won it by a long way. Ineos Grenadiers in second, UAE third. The French team winning 2 stages, taking 4th overall with O'Connor, their best ever Giro. They enjoyed it as well. But all the glory going to Tadej Pogačar. Winning the Giro. What's next though? Well, the Tour de France isn't far off. You better watch it on Eurosport and Discovery+.